So once you take off the back cover, this is what you're going to see. And it's just aluminum plate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually 4, 5 screws. The way that you lift this thing up is you got to lift it up from the back and then go forward with it. The reason why is there's this little hook here. This little hook. And that's why you got to lift up the rear first. So once you've gotten that out of the way, basically what you're going to do is you're going to put 2 millimeters of thermal pads on both the memory as well as the processor. So I just cut some out beforehand and I'm just going to stick them on there. I hope these are soft enough compared to the old ones that it will fit real nicely in there. What's going on here? Of course you could do this with gloves so you're not contaminating anything if you wanted to. Stick one on the memory. Peel off the backing, which would be easier if I had bothered to grab my tweezers. I know all you can see is my hand right now. So there's one. The thing is, this connector needs to go down, and if you put 2 beforehand, you won't be able to. Just make sure it's firmly pressed on both ends. Feels like it's in place pretty good. And then I'll put another one on it, and then I'm going to put 2 on the processor as well. So I've got the 2 for the processor right here. Here's the second one for that one. And they were pretty stuck to the plastic, that, at least in some spots. Maybe I pressed down too hard on them or something. Anyway, we'll put another one down. Peel off the backing. And then you'll do the same thing for the processor. So once those are on, now we're going to put the aluminum plate back on. Again, we're going to feed in the top first. So we feed in the top, make sure that hook goes down in there. Once it's in there, we're going to screw it down. That one's lined up, this one's lined up, we should be good to go. This is a Phillips 00, by the way. All the screws should be the same. Be careful not to over tighten anything. Just a little bit more than making contact. Top right, and be careful, this one is actually the far right one, not the top one, because the top one is actually for the back cover. It's where the thumb grip is. There's a screw in the thumb grip. Top left. And there should be 3 along the bottom. What are these 3? 1. Two, and 3. So now that those are all stuck on, I just cut out another piece, which is shaped like this. I'm going to stick this guy on. This is another 1 millimeter. So that's 2 millimeters thickness down there. This is 1 millimeter up here. Hopefully this one's not too stuck. Looks like that's pretty good. Take off the backing. And now the rear cover can go on. It just slides on, but of course you need to make sure you plug in this ribbon cable first. This guy goes in right there. So all you do is, it's going to be a little tough to see it. I'll turn it sideways for now. This ribbon cable, I know the screen's in the way. Ribbon cable sits on there. When you line it up, you'll feel it. There it went. Top and bottom, nice and firm. And then this guy will just slide on, and then we'll finish closing it up. Hopefully this guys will squish down a little bit. Give me a little more room here. Looks like it's blown out a little bit. Let's change the ISO. Switch to 800. We know most of those thermal pads are over here towards the left. A little bit in the center. But that should basically do it. And then we just continue to screw it in. So where are the screws? There's a good disassembly video. There are 2 on the right hand side. There are 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. There are 2 underneath the viewport, and then there are 2 on the left. 1 here. You gotta make sure to put this cover on first. And there's a screw right there, and then there's another one down here. There's also the one behind the thumb grip. So right there. And don't forget, before you do the viewport one, there are 2 screws. One right here, and the other one right here. So make sure you keep your screws organized and stuff as you take them out, so that you know exactly how to put them back in, because they are a little bit different from one another. Then once you've got that done, you're all good to go. And now your camera shouldn't overheat.